Vince Vaughn's new film, Nonnas, aspires to be a comforting cinematic delight. It's based on a moving true story, includes plenty of shots of slow-cooked Sunday sauces, and stars a cast of veteran Italian-American actresses Talia Shire, Lorraine Bracco, Brenda Vaccaro, and Susan Sarandon. Hopefully, those ingredients are hard to mess up. And Nonnas, coming to Netflix on Friday, is exactly what it promises to be, a stylish, cinematic take on this local diner. Nothing about it is innovative or unexpected, the plot is predictable, and the music choices and Italian-American stereotypes are a bit cliched. Yet the show is delivered with an earnestness and a kindness that makes it impossible to ignore. Is it a sign of the times that just being nice to one another is enough? Directed by Stephen Bosky, Perks of Being a Wallflower, from a screenplay by Liz Mackey, whom he married, Nonnas is based on the true story of a New Yorker named Joe Scaravella, Vince Vaughn, who opens a restaurant in Staten Island with Italian grandmothers as cooks. Joe has no business or restaurant experience, but an idea he got after his mother and grandmother died. He just wants to pay tribute to the way they always made him feel while cooking in the kitchen. There's a dim, bright scene that flashes back to the neighborhood in the 1960s, showing a young Joe watching his mother and grandmother prepare their Sunday sauce, a sauce so perfect, filled with smiles as a substitute for personality. It's like a Prego commercial. There's a clear homage to earlier cultural anthems like Moonstruck and My Cousin Vinny incorporated into Granny's, though it doesn't quite find the natural rhythm that could have made it better. It oscillates between big comedic twists, including a food fight between the squabbling grandmothers, and utter sincerity, never rushing into anything too quickly. But perhaps the biggest miscalculation is focusing the story on Joe rather than the women. The grandmothers meet at their respective places in life: a former nun, Shire, a barbershop owner, Sarandon, a retiree, Bracco, estranged from her children, and a widow, Vaccaro, who needs to leave home. It seems like a missed opportunity to learn more about their stories and recipes. If food is love, give the audience a chance to fall in love with them through their favorite dishes. Instead, they bond not through food or a newfound appreciation for each other's heritage, but through a transformation in their appearance. Still, it's worth noting that Nonnas isn't quite the gimmick it was intended to be. Vaughn is good in a more subdued role. Stereotypes, for the sake of comedy, are left to his friends, Joe Manganiello and Drita Matteo, to live and die by. His love story with his former prom date, Linda Cardellini, feels like an add-on to everything else, but I suppose it's also just an additional layer to the narrative of second chances. Bosky and his cinematographer Florian Ballhaus take great care to capture Staten Island, a working-class island, without resorting to any gimmicks that exaggerate reality. Even the pre-opening photos of the restaurant have a glow, drawing viewers into the potential Joe sees. Stay tuned to the end for a sobering conclusion. Grannies, like comfort food, may be a bit obvious and a bit safe, but that's the point. Nonnas, which premiered on Netflix on Friday, is rated PG by the MPAA for suggestive material, language, and thematic elements. Running time, 111 minutes. Rated 2.5 stars out of 4.